Hello everyone. I finally decided to make this video to show everyone what it looks like to play four characters from one person's perspective. I also decided to rush this a little faster. I already had planned to show everyone what it looks like, but it's also lately I've had people, literally groups, go against me saying that I'm botting or doing something illegal with my account. So, okay, I'm gonna prove you wrong in this video, pretty much. It also will be very entertaining for other players in Rappelz to see what it looks like to do something like this. I'm pretty sure there's other multiboxers out there. I don't know how good they are, but I know I am pretty good at this at least, and that's what really counts. Um, 2 days ago, I had actually somebody come up to me. Dude, I don't know where he comes from because his English was terrible. I don't even know what he was accusing me of, and it came up to me and said, "I'm gonna report you." And he started asking me what my computer setups were, and that this is allowed, this is a bannable offense, and I was just like laughing behind my screen. It's like, okay, you have good luck with that because this is all legit stuff. And not only did he do that for him, but he also tried to get other people to go against me and his team, and also PM'd people in my party to try to report me. And everyone was telling me about it. Obviously, this guy's really getting on our nerves because he's spamming us to report you. So I don't know what his problem is, but okay. So I'm pretty much making this video now to show everyone, and I'll begin by introducing how this all started back. I played. I started playing the game back in 2008 on sometime in March. Um, I rolled a cleric, which is now a priest, and by heart, I'm a support. I like to play support roles in the game. I can play anything because I understand all tactically everything in the game. But I'm more of a healer class. I want to keep everyone alive and stuff like that, so nothing goes wrong. And also tactically do other things. If I do roles instead of the DRD buffer like a warlock in this game, I'm gonna be really good at it. In fact, I play that with someone else's account. It's just I played Knight, I played Warlock, I played Chaos Magician. I have a Ursa Chaos Magician farmer, which I PK sometimes with people at the same level. They obviously don't stand a chance because I have almost every skill for level 30. But I've played Druid. I played almost all the classes. I even played Assassin, but I didn't play really too more than an hour with an Assassin. But they seem pretty fun. Uh, I'm by heart a support. So usually, most definitely a healer or something like that that protects. So as this we go back into E4, and making money back then was really hard in the dungeon because you were in a big party. So the distribution was pretty bad. So the chances of you getting something could take an absurd amount of time. And I became R3, and I had some money problems, like getting the appropriate stones of that rank and stuff like that. And I needed a lot of intelligence because back then recovery was terrible, and I had to use a lot of consumables, so I had to buy a lot of that stuff. And plus on top of that, with the new rank, I wanted to upgrade at least the weapon to get more M attack out of that to heal better, and it was just very depressing, literally. So as when we hit Crystal Valley, though, I was doing pretty well already, and I saw a Soul Breeder soloing there and with his pets. And granted, these pets are much higher, and it doesn't matter though. This person, I thought to myself, it must be earning tons of money because he's getting everything, and I gave it thought, but I didn't go ahead and roll something like that. I also did not have money to get pets that strong. But of course, there was the tortoise and stuff like that were fantastic. And if you got probably a Yeti somehow, which was about 20 mil, I think back then, and I only had no more than 5 mil at that time. Um, I could pair a glass cannon DD for DS and then a tank class, but I didn't give it too much thought at that point. So when I hit 100, I decided that I had enough. I mean, it's the same thing all over again. The party distribution is too big, and whoever gets lucky with one drop can sell it for a lot of money. And so I was sometimes getting junk that I couldn't even sell very well. In fact, it was merchant food. So I decided to finally go ahead and roll a soul breeder, and I set that up, and I would have my healer be a buffer because that was the advantage I had, was a high level healer that could buff and heal at the same for me pretty much. So I had quite an advantage there that I could actually play. I had two computers at that time, no, not virtual machines. This is only in the last 2 years I started to use this. Um, and so it was two actual computers, and I will control the healer on one and then the operator on my primary computer. And the operator eventually caught on to the priest, and I put both in a party. So at that point, I would have like a priest, the priest were like DD, pretty much tab one, whatever I would set it up back then with her pet, and then heal when as I needed to heal. And it was pretty well. And then I think, let's see, I hit R6, and I decided that I wanted more power, but also because the battle summoners have Halisha, and that helps a lot for the pets. It gives a stat that is unattainable from blessings, and that is dexterity, and also a bit of luck. So I decided to roll on third. I was already good enough to control in two, and I thought, well, I could give it a try and see how I do with three characters instead. And I went ahead and did that. I caught on also, and it was much easier, much faster because I had the soul breeder buffs and the priest buffs. I don't remember if I had a chaos magician and a druid back then to buff with those. I would have to look at the creation dates and see that. But regardless, the third character caught on very fast, and then when it was very high R5, up around I would have to say like 116 or 118, I put it together with the other two in the party, and my KS obviously was fantastic. I could do, I was killing dungeon mobs very fast. Um, so I no longer had any money issues. Everything I have in these accounts is found, never bought. The only things I had to buy were lock rings, but that's about it. It was very, very little things that I had to buy. Almost everything was already covered by actual drops of me grinding. So things were pretty fun at that point, making necessary money to buy stuff from other people if I needed to, and I got all the gear. So I have to make another video because this one's about to end, so I'll have to make two episodes.